Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Monday, August the 19th. We got 10 games tonight, so relatively big Monday slate, and I've got two early player props I do like for tonight, taking a first look at the board on Monday morning when I'm recording this video. We've got two props for today, guys. We're going to talk through these two plays, and we're going to share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below if you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up and use promo code NOAH. When you place your first $5 lineup, you'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. So you place a $5 lineup, get $50 instantly. That's a new promo Prizepicks is running, and it's available for all new users when you sign up and use promo code NOAH. So check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. And also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper. If you guys want to check out Sleeper, you can do so, linked down below in the description. Or again, just use promo code NOAH over on Sleeper, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you pick more or less on player projections. You build out an entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, and you can win up to 100x your money. So if you guys want to check out Sleeper, again, do so, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Sleeper. But we got two props, guys, to talk about for Monday's MLB slate, so let's go ahead and break down the plays I'm liking. One of the props I like is going to be a strikeout prop, and then the other prop that I like is going to be a pitcher fantasy score. So for strikeouts, we're going to take a look at, I'm going to have to find him here. We're going to have to take a look at Kyle Harrison's strikeout prop. It's at 5 on Prizepicks. And I like the over here, more than 5 strikeouts for Kyle Harrison. And let's talk through this prop on Harrison and why I like this one. Now, if you look at Harrison's game log lately, he's only gone over this line in 3 out of his last 5 starts. If you look at one of the starts, though, he went under was against Washington, which was a very tough matchup for strikeouts. And then Cincinnati, which was a decent matchup for Ks, he did go under against Cincinnati. However, he did go over against Atlanta, good strikeout matchup, went over in 2 starts against the Rockies. Both of those are good strikeout matchups. And now he gets another good strikeout matchup today against the White Sox. If you look at where the White Sox rank this season against left-handed pitching, the White Sox do have one of the higher K rates, 6th highest strikeout rate against left-handed pitching this season, 24.6%. And if you look at their strikeout rates as of late, last 30 days, last 14 days, the White Sox are still striking out at a high clip even as of late. Last 30 days, 28% strikeout rate against lefties. Last 14 days, 25.9% strikeout rate against lefties. So this is a really, really good matchup for Kyle Harrison. If you look at this number of 5, this is a line that Kyle Harrison has pushed or gone over in 12 out of 21 starts this season. So just over half his starts this season, he has pushed or gone over this K prop of 5. And if you look at some of the starts where he went under, I mean, some of them were tough matchups. Like he had to face the Dodgers, the Nationals, the Twins, the Astros, the Guardians. Like those are all teams with very low K rates against left-handed pitching this season. When Kyle Harrison gets good matchups, though, he can go out there and get 5-6 Ks. He got 11 Ks against the Rockies. Obviously, I think that was a little bit of an outlier. But he did get 8 against the Nationals, which wasn't a great matchup. But he did get 7 against the Red Sox, which is a good matchup. He got 7 against the Pirates, a good matchup for strikeouts at least. Got 6 against the Braves, good matchup for strikeouts. 6 against the Rockies. So he has shown an ability to get Ks when the matchup is right. I think the matchup is pristine here against the White Sox. Harrison, he's not a great strikeout pitcher. Like he's got a pretty average strikeout rate, 21.9%. But this is strictly a matchup play. This is a line that I think, if 5 is a bit low for this matchup, I think this probably should be 5.5. Don't know if I'd have this all the way up at 6, but I think 5.5 is probably where this line should be. So I do like taking more than 5 strikeouts here for Kyle Harrison. I was debating between taking his strikeout prop at 5 or his fantasy score at 30. His fantasy score was actually at 29 before I started recording this video. It got bumped up to 30. I was looking through his game log, though, and almost every start this season where he's gotten 5 strikeouts or more, he is, look at his game log this season. If you look at his fantasy score, almost every start where he's gone over fantasy score, he has also gone over strikeouts. There was only one start this season where he didn't get 5 strikeouts but went over fantasy, and it was against the Rockies. He only had 2 strikeouts in a start earlier against the Rockies, but got 37 fantasy score, and that was because he got a quality start. He got a win. Obviously, if he gets a quality start, if he gets a win, he's probably going to have a good chance of going over his fantasy score line. But I think if he goes over this fantasy score line of 30, he's also got a pretty good chance of going over 5 strikeouts. Because if you look at the starts this season where he's gone over fantasy, he has had 11, 7, 2, but then 8, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. And then he's had a bunch of starts where he has not gotten 30 fantasy, but he's still gotten 5 strikeouts. You've got 5 strikeouts against Arizona, but only 28 fantasy. 6 strikeouts against Atlanta, only 24 fantasy. 6 strikeouts against the Mets, 21 fantasy. 5 Ks against Cincinnati, 21 fantasy. 5 Ks against the Phillies, 18 fantasy. 5 Ks against Arizona, 18 fantasy. So, like, you can see, I think strikeouts is the play here, but I don't even, I don't mind taking this over fantasy score as well for Harrison. I think this is a spot where Harrison should be able to pitch well, should have a shot at going 6 innings. I think his pitching outs line for today it's set at 17, so the books are projecting him for close to 6 innings here. I think he's got a good shot at a quality start though, maybe a win too. So I kind of like both those plays. Harrison more than 5 strikeouts, Harrison more than 30 fantasy score. I'm personally though going to be playing more than 5 strikeouts here. Really like this matchup for Kyle Harrison. And then the other prop that I like is a pitcher fantasy score, and we're going to take a look at Gavin Stone. We're going to take him for more than 29.5 pitcher fantasy score here. So if you look at Gavin Stone's game log lately, it doesn't look very pretty. You see a lot of red in there. Did go over in his last start against Milwaukee. But if you look at these matchups where he's gone under, he went under against the Phillies, Oakland. You would expect him to pitch a little bit better against Oakland, but then went under against the Astros, under against the Red Sox. Like, those are teams that hit right-handed pitching well. Those are teams that don't really strike out a ton. So it's just, those were not great matchups for Gavin Stone. Well, this is a really good matchup against the Mariners. The Mariners have been the highest strikeout rate team in the league this season. Against right-handed pitching, they have a super high K rate. They actually lead the league in K rate against right-handed pitching. And against left-handed pitching, the Mariners still strike out a lot. But if you look at their numbers against right-handed pitching this season, Seattle leads the league with a 28.2% strikeout rate. And then if you look at their offensive numbers, Seattle has not hit the ball well against righties this year. They have really struggled. They're tied with the White Sox for the worst batting average against right-handed pitching this season. They have the, they rank 19th in on-base percentage. They rank 26th in slugging. They rank 25th in OPS. And they rank 15th in WRC+. WRC+ is a stat that factors in ballpark, so it makes sense to see Seattle have a higher WRC+ because obviously they play in such a bad ballpark to hit in. You expect Seattle to offensively perform better on the road because every ballpark they play in on the road is going to be better for hitting than the ballpark they play in at home. But even here in the Dodger Stadium, Dodger Stadium has historically been kind of like a neutral park, if not a little bit more pitcher friendly. But I do like this matchup a lot for Gavin Stone. It's a really good matchup for strikeouts. He does have a pretty high K prop for today, 5.5. You typically don't see Gavin Stone with a 5.5 K prop. That just shows you the books are projecting Stone, for a decent amount of strikeouts here. Like, you look at his K prop, I mean, he's only gone over that in once out of his last 5 starts. But it pretty much doesn't mean anything because for baseball, every matchup is different. You can face a really bad team and then face a really good team and then a really bad team. So it's all matchup dependent for baseball here. And you kind of see the books are giving Stone some higher lines today due to the matchup here. I think this fantasy score line though could be a little bit higher just given kind of where his projections are everywhere else. I mean, he has a 16.5 pitching outs line. He has a 5.5 K prop. His earned runs allowed prop, it's set at 2.5, but it's heavily juiced towards the under. So I do like Stone to have more than 29.5 fantasy score here. I think there's a lot of ways that we can cash this over for Stone. He could potentially go 6 innings and get a quality start here. He could potentially get a win. The Dodgers are pretty decent favorites in this game. The Dodgers, they're starting to get a lot of guys back. I know Freddie Freeman probably is going to be out for this game. He's not in the projected lineup, but it looks like the Dodgers could be getting Max Muncy back today. It looks like Tommy Edman might be making his Dodgers debut today. So this Dodgers lineup is really good. They're going to put up a lot of runs, pretty much every night. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see Stone pitching with some run support here. So maybe he gets a win, maybe he gets a quality start. But just given the how bad the Mariners have been against right-handed pitching this season, how much they strike out, I think there's a lot of ways for Stone to go over 29.5 fantasy score here. And if he goes over his strikeout prop of 5.5, I think he's got a really good chance of going over his fantasy score line of 29.5. If you look at Stone's game log this season, this is how much fantasy or how many fantasy score points he has had in the games where he has gotten 6 strikeouts or more. So he's only gotten 6 strikeouts or more in 7 starts this season, but in those 7 starts, he had 24 fantasy, so he did go under against the Cardinals, but then he had 39, 35, 36, 52, 37, 58. So 6 out of 7 starts with 6 Ks or more, he's also had 30 fantasy score or more. However, there have been a bunch of starts this season where he has not gotten 6 strikeouts but still gone over this fantasy score line. Only had 5 strikeouts against the Braves but got 34 fantasy score. Only had 4 Ks against the Marlins but got 40 fantasy score. 4 Ks against the Padres, 36 fantasy score. And 2 Ks against the Giants, still got 31 fantasy score. 2 Ks against the Blue Jays, still got 34 fantasy score. A lot of those starts, he was able to get a quality start. He was able to get a win. And I think that's definitely on the table here for tonight against this Mariners team. I wouldn't be surprised you see a quality start here from Stone and potentially a win as well. So I do like that, guys, as our 2 props for today. Kyle Harrison, more than 5 strikeouts, and Gavin Stone, more than 29.5 pitcher fantasy score. So this is what we're going to be rolling with as our 2 props for Monday, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, sign up, use promo code NOAH, place your first $5 lineup. You'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. So yeah, check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. But that's all that I got for tonight. Good luck on the slate, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.